Well, howdy guys, welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play. This is episode 19, which is really crazy to say. That means we are only one episode away from episode 20. In today's episode, I really want to build a little fishing dock, because I feel like fishing is one of the most underrated mechanics in Minecraft. This is just going to be a little spot where we can put on a video, maybe a podcast, and just sit down and fish. But before we do all that stuff, I have a few adventures I want to go on. Number one, I want to update you on what I've done to the house, or the base I should say. Over here, I finally decorated this area. I just added a bunch of life, and I think it turned out pretty good. Over to our zombie spawner, I added 2 bubble columns. You just go down here like this, and you're in the spawner. And I might redo this place eventually. You should go back up like this. But the main thing that I added is that thing all the way back there. It's nothing huge, but it actually is kind of huge. I added a new expansion to our base. I'm calling this the Grand Hall. This is going to be our official grand hallway. There's an entrance right here. It goes out into the backyard. Here's all my pets. We have Lainey right here, Felix, Duncan, and Charlie. Big fireplace, Christmas tree. I might need to take that down soon. And a big dining table. But right now, I really want to focus on expanding outwards. So we are going to go down here into our storage room that we built last episode. You guys should totally check that out. I also built a room for our copper golem. His name is Taguchi Gulpa. That's how you say it. I'm going to grab some white wool and some spruce things, some chorus dirt, rooted dirt, and some campfires. And we're going to pick a direction and go that way because I want to start adding a lot of lore to my world. With stories. There are some little things in my world that have little stories. Like over there, this is kind of what I'm going to build in a minute. Ow, ow. This was Jerry's campsite from a few episodes ago. And also, way over here in our spruce taiga area, I have a little tiny campsite that I had for myself whenever I was just trying to get away from a bunch of things. And every time I'm here, I just leave a little something. So I'm going to leave that here. So this is initially what I'm going to build. I just don't know where to build it. I'm really just wanting a place that, quote, travelers were at some point. I might do right here, actually. Let's do this right here. So I'm going to make a little campsite right now. Let's get some campfires and some wool for tents. So we can't sleep until we get our tent put up. So we're going to do that and then grab some trapdoors and put them like that, and then grab some more stairs, put one right there, and then do the same thing on this side. And then build the same thing on this side. And then finally, let's add these little supports right here. And there we go. That is our little tent. And now we can sleep. This is just a little simple tent, and I really do like it. I'm going to build one more probably right here, so. There we go. Okay, I do really like this. So, I'm not really sure the story behind it. Maybe 2 travelers just had to have a place to go to hide from the weather, which I do too. And they just placed down their 2 tents, set them up, and yeah, I really do like how this turned out. Looks a lot better than the one that I had. I'm just gonna add a little bit of pathing real quick, and then I'll be on my way. Alright, that looks really good. Okay, well, guess I'll see you later, campsite. My goal this year is to focus on expanding. I want to go outside of the perimeters of my base and go somewhere else that just isn't normal. And I think I'm calling some of these places outposts. They're not bases because this is my base. This little campsite right here is just a little reminder that some people might have been here before me, before I spawned into this world. And I'm actually writing a story about that, full of lore, and I'm really excited about it, how it'll turn out in the end. Inside of my adventure room here, I have this giant wall of a bunch of future builds. This used to be my task board, but I just turned it into future builds. I'm not going to read all of these, but these are some things that might become videos. I have some really cool ideas for them. Some that I really would like to do as soon as possible is a wizard tower, a forgotten observatory, a diamond mine, ancient ruins, and a railway, and dungeon mob farm, because that's been up there for a while. The others can just happen whenever they want to. But yeah, I have some big lore plans for this Elden Kingdom. It's already written down in the book that I have for this world. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying to take a little bit slower of an approach today. I don't necessarily have a huge plan for today. I'm kind of just doing my own thing. Now that I look at it, all my bees are just kind of hanging around, aren't they? Doug, how are you doing? No, you can't go outside. I'm sorry. I do have some rotten flesh I'm going to trade with you right now, actually. Thanks, Doug. And put my emeralds in there. Thanks, Doug. I actually do need you to, like, come over here. I did not know that Fresh Animations was not on. Doug, can you please? I don't want you to leave. Or escape. Connie, Dax, how we doing? My idea for this world is to just keep going. Tony, how are you liking your new dog, Copper? Is he helping you? You helping him? Alright, well, just having little things in this world have kept me going for a long time, and it's one of my favorite parts of this whole world. This well, for example, has no purpose. Nothing, it doesn't have a purpose. Yet, I love it. It's one of my favorite parts of walking down right here, and I see it all the time, and it's amazing. Same with this little wagon, and I just realized my llama is gone. Great. This wagon has no purpose, but it might have a story. Like, these bones could be from the guy that owned this wagon, for all I know. I don't know, I love having these little details. And again, expansion is the theme for this year. I'm going away from my base. I'm going out into directions that I haven't been to before. All the way past our cemetery, and way past our first night down here, we have a grand ocean. And as you can see over there, I have a Lightmatica build ready for what I plan to do in this video. It's not even that far away, but it is the first official outpost, as I keep saying, that I'm gonna start doing around my world just to prove that I am not the only one in my world. Or at least, I'm not the first. I have this huge plan for a giant kingdom called the Elden Kingdom, I already showed you, where the kingdom ruled for a very long time. The monarchy was a thing for a very, very long time. And then it somehow fell due to something. And then after that, a corporation rose. And that, spoiler alert, is where Jerry comes from. That's all I'm going to say about Jerry and about lore. You guys will just have to wait. I think I'm going to get to work on this little build. It is not little at all. This is a huge build, but I just love how it turned out. And we are right next to an ocean monument, so I might go down there. I don't really know, but I'm just gonna get started. I absolutely love how this turned out. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the montage. Okay, everybody, I have finished the build. And if my voice sounds a little different, I am currently sick right now. I have a cold, and also it has been a little while since I recorded that last bit. But before I show you guys the build, I am going to just show you a few things that I've changed around here. So it's not very big things. I think it was right here though, was a just trapdoor that led down into the storage room. But I just needed better ways to get down and up from there. So actually I kind of hid something right here, and you just fall down here into the storage room right here. And then over here also to get up, you go over here, and then there's a bubble elevator right there. And then if we go up to our workshop, I've actually had this here for a while, this little piece of water. You just jump down here and it's just an easy way to get down. But I decided to connect it from this stream right here. This is also where the river starts. I kind of thought that was a great idea to start it from just this little piece of right here. So then it goes through this stream and then it connects up to here. And then this also just goes down here and leads into our storage room. And down here, I redid down here. Right here, there's a bubble elevator to get up. And then you just fall down here. Right here, there's a little scaffolding area thing right here to get out. And then also right here, there is a bee. I don't even know if he's in there, but his name is Mateus. That is how you say it, Mateus's den. He just got stuck in here a while ago, and I just kind of made him a part of my house, but the thing is, I don't know where he is. So he might be dead, I don't know. But we are going to actually take the comment question of the day and head over to the church to do the comment question. Oh, wow. To do the comment question of the day. And also, I have these like animation things. I don't know how I feel about them. I think they're okay. I might turn them off later, but I know you guys are like really excited to see the build, and I am too, but I need to show you guys this first. So we are going to do the verse of the day first, and then the comment question of the day. I added this cross too to the church. I think it turned out pretty good. Inside the chapel, we can see our new dog. This is Milo. Milo's den. Everybody has a den, I guess. Milo likes to screech. I didn't know that the new dogs have different sounds. I didn't know that. If you don't want to watch the verse of the day, then the timestamp to skip it is right here on the screen. Today's verse of the day is actually 2. Philippians 1 verse 6 says, God didn't bring you this far to leave you. And Romans 12 verse 12 says, don't quit in hard times. Pray harder. Milo, do you think those were cool verses? I think they were. Well, I'll see you later then. And it is getting dark, so I might need to sleep. But today's comment question of the day comes from my brother Brant. What's your favorite calm thing to do in Minecraft? If I'm being honest, my favorite calm thing to do in Minecraft is build. I love building. I am not a PvPer. I am a builder, as you can see in my whole world. But I think my favorite calm thing to do is just build. I love building, and it makes me just feel great about things sometimes. Also, a calm thing that I love to do is fishing. Oh wow, look at that. It's almost like we built a fishing dock in today's episode or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, my brother Brant, he is in college, but he has helped me a lot with a bunch of things in my world, and not just my world, in general in life and in YouTube too. He's been very helpful with a lot of things, and he edited my first video, and then I edited everything else. So I learned things from him, but kind of self-taught. But I've actually kind of been trying to figure out how I can add people to my world, add them to everyday episodes, and I've been wanting to have Brant in my worlds because he's a great person and he's very fun to hang around, and so I might have him in a few future episodes if that's okay with you guys. But yeah, thanks Brant for the comment question of the day. Alrighty everybody, so right now we are going to go over here to this little pond area and grab this fishing rod, because this fishing rod is kind of stacked. It has Luck of the Sea 2, Lure 3, and Unbreaking 3. I might need to repair this soon, but it's okay. This is the stuff that we've got from it. I just come over here sometimes to fish. But, oh, there's some cod. Since I don't have another fishing rod, just another very good one, I'm just going to take this one for now and bring it over to the fishing dock that we made. And actually, I have put 2 villagers out while I wasn't recording. One of them is at the fishing dock. I love his name. And the second one is with another outpost that I made off camera. Also, I have not shown you guys this little path. This just goes straight to spawn. I was just kind of tired of weaving through the trees. And so I just made this area to go over this ravine and straight over to spawn. And also, I have these are mushroom blocks, actually. Let's not break them because I don't have any extras on me. These are mushroom blocks just a hidden texture, and I love using it for like sand paths, and so I've just added that along this area going over to spawn. And ooh, guys, you can see it. It's over there. But not yet. I want to show you something else first. Also, there's sandstone right there, but that's not very important. So over here is actually spawn, and you can just go up like this over here. Here's the first crafting table ever in this world, and this is where I got my first stone tools. I sadly do not know where those stone tools are. It would have been cool if I had them still, but it was one of these trees. It was this tree, this block right here that I spawned on facing that way. And so that's kind of cool. But I have wanted to also like preserve this tree but cut down a bunch of other trees around it to make a little shrine area, maybe either a shrine or like a spawn camp. Literally spawn camp, where it's like every time I die and I don't have my bed, I have a place to stay and have resources and stuff. But yeah, there's that. But I also built something over here, and it's right there. It's literally... It's a little stone tower cabin area, and it has a villager inside, and I love the vibe it gives off. It has some mossy vines and mossy carpets around, just to show that it's older. We also have it walled off so the villager can't really escape. But inside, he's up there. I'm just gonna... So his name is Gilbert, and Gilbert doesn't have much of a meaning to be out here, I think. Again, I'm talking about the kingdom. The kingdom... He might have not wanted to be around the kingdom anymore, just wanted to have his own little area. So, he lives out here in the woods, just all by himself. He has some paintings up in here. He might be a painter for all I know. I don't know. But you can also go up here. There's another bed right here if I need that. But you can go up this spiral staircase and up to here, and you get to see, you know, my land over there, spawn, and then also the fishing dock. Speaking of the fishing dock, let's go ahead and look at that. Thanks for letting me come and say hi to you, Gilbert. I'll see you later. Let's grab my boat and head on over. I am also going to turn my render distance down a lot because of I love the vibe it gives off, but I can see the land over here. So I'm going to turn my render distance down when I get over there. And here we go. All right, let me give you a tour of this place. So right here is a little cage inside the water, so you might catch some fish in there. We just have some pots and stuff, and right here is where we're gonna fish off. We got some storage over here for all the fish that he's got. We got a table right here and a chair, and then a stack of a bunch of rafts. Over here we got some maybe fish hanging, some chum, I don't really know, maybe in these barrels. Got some fresh water, and then up there it shows you his name. But we're gonna go inside here. This is his house, and up here, his name is Codsworth, because, you know, get it, Codsworth, Cogsworth. He's a fisher, and there's cod as fish. Alright, so Codsworth here, he just runs this place. This is where he sleeps. I don't really know. We got some paintings, we got some storage. This might be his family. But up here, it's called Codsworth's Fishery, fresh every morning. And so he just owns this place out here, and it's just a very quiet area, and he loves just being by himself. And so, right now, guys, I'm just gonna fish. I'm just gonna sit here for a while and just see what I can get until my fishing rod is about to break. Okay. I turned off the animations, by the way. I kind of like vanilla Minecraft. But I have 16 durability left on my fishing rod, and in here is all of our goodies. It's not a lot. I just sat down here and watched a video of BOO for the first time. It was pretty chill. It was pretty cool. But in here is all of our goodies, so let's check them out. So we have 3 name tags. We got bows, another fishing rod, a lot of cod, a lot of salmon, a lot of pufferfish, more than salmon, which is crazy. But yeah, that's all I really had time to do. But guys, I think that's all I have for today's video, if I'm being honest. I do want to have a cat up here, but I'm not really sure how to get him over here. Actually, is this waxed? I don't want this waxed. I want this to grow over time. But yeah, guys, I think that's it for today's video. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!